Welcome back to the RMS Racing channel. Today I have cleaned the block. I've taken the main caps off, as you can see here. Cleaned inside here. Not gonna be able to tell much difference from the previous video, but trust me, it's clean. And got a few fittings in. They're not permanently in, just doing a little fitment check. Those blue anodized fittings that you see are just plugs for right now. That's not what's going to go there. Those are our inlet and outlet. One's a scavenge. That's a scavenge port for the camshaft. Get the oil out of there when it's running. And this is the oil in. This is the important port. This is what gets the oil into the block. And then if you look at the back here, you can see the little ribbing here. So this one is coming in after the oil filter going into the block, goes over through here and lines up with the main journals of the lifters and a gallery that goes down both sides of the block. Can't see it right now. As you can see, the cam tunnel is completely sealed. So right on the other side of here, all the way through, is where the camshaft is. And the neat thing about that is it reduces windage inside the crankcase, and in the event that we have some kind of valve train failure, which is on the top end, it doesn't fall down and get beat by the crankshaft. So nice to have the enclosed camshaft tunnel. The little seal that goes back here hasn't shown up yet. I don't think it's going to show up until Monday at this point. It's been postponed. So that's kind of preventing me from putting the crankshaft into the block and getting things buttoned up on that. Over here you can see I got all the main caps off and everything's organized. So what wears together stays together. So we don't have any weird problems when it's time to reassemble. So on that note, that's about all I got to report for today. Still got parts showing up, lubricants, things of that sort showing up still. So next weekend we ought to make a pretty healthy progression on the build here. Should be able to get the crank dropped in and start fitting the cylinders with the piston rings. So start filing the piston rings, getting them fit. And after that, it would be really full steam ahead to reassemble. So we will keep you posted on our progress. Until then, welcome back to the RMS Racing channel. Here we have the Zeus 3.0 engine block that I will be working on, which will be going back into that bad boy. And I'm going to be sizing everything just to get some, basically blueprint the engine here. Get the journal size here when the caps are actually secured. Get all this before we put the bearings in for all these guys. Then I can measure the bearing thicknesses, which I'll show that once I get to that point. Then we can have a better idea of what kind of clearances we're going to be working with. Make sure I have the right bearings. Even though the math says they're the same ones, or I should say the part number says it's the same ones, I just want to make sure that we are absolutely confident that we have the right parts in there. So when I get to that point, I will show you guys that. Here you have an installed crankshaft. Spins over pretty easy. That's by hand. Nothing installed in there, no pistons or rods. These guys, I'm not really liking how that looks. I'll probably go ahead and change that out. That's a lot of weight to be hanging off the side of the block. So when you're pulling 3Gs, whatever this weighs now, it'll be 3 times as heavy when I let go of the trans brake. So probably go ahead and shorten that up a little bit. Crank spins beautifully in there. Went in pretty easily. You'll notice the shadow's gotten a little longer, shifted directions since the other video. On that note, we are going to wrap it up for the evening. Hopefully I can get back here tomorrow, get some more progress on the block, maybe get some piston rings fitted. Until next time.